And now I will have the great pleasure of showing and telling you what Symphonical is all about. I will start by sharing the screen, and as you know, everybody who has access to the same wall can work in real time. So what I will do now, I will share my screen here. And what I have done so far is I have developed what we call a demo wall. This demo wall is, I will just go into, start in the right mode. I'll just click off the calendar view. This is something that most people who know Symphonical will have seen. We have rows, columns, and colors. And what I will show you now is, before we start explaining about the wall, I will just show you how you can start your own wall. You click up in the right corner, on the left corner, and then click on the green button, say New Wall, and here you can choose between different templates, meaning you can start with a blank, which has absolutely no columns, rows, or colors, so you can put them in a mode where you can decide yourself where you want to place the notes. And you have our most popular to-do, drum board, week plan, etc. I will not go into that right now. The first thing I'm planning to explain to you guys are what you can do with the notes. You can make the notes by either double-clicking inside that area. Hi, this is me. I can I can upload a file to it, either from computer or from Google Drive. So if you're using Google Drive, just click on that one. I can set a date, today, tomorrow, next week, etc. It's really simple. If you want to pick a date, you just click here and you go into calendar and say, I want to do this tomorrow. But that could have been done easier. I can also set who's responsible. In this case, I will put myself as responsible, and in a minute here you will see immediately that my icon representing me comes up. And I can archive that note. Now I archived it. It goes into the archive, so I can see what notes I have later archived. Of course, I can drag the notes. I can click on it and say, I want to change this from marketing to product development. Let's say I put it into marketing, but since it is product development, I will keep it there and put it back into Q3, Q4, Q5, etc. I can change the size of the notes. Sometimes you feel, oh, I have so many notes, and I really want to have more space for notes. Then I go into the button on the right side here, click on that one, and go to what we call wall settings. And then I can set the note to small, and voila, you will see you have much more space for more notes. But in this case, we don't really need that because we don't have so many notes. So I'll go into large, and I can take away the stretch notes. And here you will see notes that looks more like sticky notes from the PM. But I think stretch notes is good because now I have a lot of space that I can see everything on the note. I think that sums up what we can do with the notes. I can also, for you, I can drag and mark more than one note and drag 3 or 4 of those notes into a category. So as you see, I just mark them and drag them. all of a sudden you have them here. Okay. Now I have this overview. I see that these notes are being done in Q3, Q4, Q1, Q3. If I keep my cursor in between these notes, there is a plus sign coming up, and this is almost Q4. I'm just adding another category. That means it's really, really flexible. If I want to add more, I just do that. I can remove this column. It's not really sensible to have almost quarter. I can also do another thing. I can change, if marketing is blue and development green, etc., I can say, okay, but I want to see who's responsible as colors. You will see here, all the blue ones are me. If I want to go back and change for planning purposes, see, as we have back now again, marketing, and the same I can do for each of these. I can say, okay, I want to see organization, or I do not want to have any columns. You will see then the columns disappear. But I would like to have that. I would like to have the column here. Okay. So I can change, I can add, I can move this. I want to move Q4 before Q3. I can do that. It's not very smart, so I'll move it back. But you can see you have a ton of flexibility when it comes to these notes. Inside a note, I can write on it, as you can see here. I can have a hyperlink. If I click on this one, I go to that place, and I can send message saying, and since I'm responsible, I will say, hi, Björn, this is my comment, and I will be notified. You see here?
Björn?
Yes.
Is it possible to send this attachment in a mail or something?
Yes. I'm just going to, thank you for asking that question.
Yeah.
If I want to send a message, not as a mail, but as a message that will end up in your mail, I'll go into this button again and send email member. I can only say, then I can say, you, Tommy, you are inside there.
Yes.
Hi, Tommy. Please see this message that I just sent you. If more people are available, I can choose who I want to send it to. I can also make sure that I put a copy for myself, so I have proof that I've sent this message. But to answer your question, I cannot send the note with an enclosure myself, but I can send a message saying I have uploaded a note onto that. If you are responsible for this one, I'm going to show you how we can put people responsible here now. I'll make you responsible for this note. You see the icon changed. I go in and I say, Tommy, please see the uploaded note, the uploaded file. And then I go in and I attach something, whatever it is, from my desktop, I don't know, roadmap. Now there is a smarter way, so that means everybody can see all the enclosures that everybody has access to on that note. And you will be notified by email, Tom. That's the whole point. Since it's your note, then you will be notified when I have it. There is one crux to this. If I go up in the right corner, I'll see a picture of myself with the preferences. I have to tick off You see here, get notified when somebody assigns you a task, somebody comments on your task, or I can also ask to get a receipt of a daily agenda of my task. So every day, every morning, I will get a message, an email saying, these are the tasks you have today. That's a very nice way of getting a reminder. So that's about messages. I have also been asked, how do you invite people? And it's click on that icon and write email to Bjorn at Outland.com, for instance, here, and that person will be invited to the call. That's how simple it is. We also have something that is called a dashboard. Well, first I need to go and show you that we have a calendar view here. So if I want to see all my notes in date format, now I have it for month, but I can also have it for a week and a day. I can see that I have 2 notes on this wall that is set for today. And if I want to set that responsible as you, Tommy, you will now be notified that you have a responsibility for the note code to be decided.
Yes, I can see that came up on my calendar.
Yeah, perfect. So I can drag notes into their respective date that I want it to be. But here's another one. I have, as you can see here, I have many words because I'm living the Symphonical way with using Symphonical. So for me, if I have to go into each and every wall to see my tasks, it would be I would lose control. So we have developed what we call a dashboard. That means we categorized all my notes in 3 columns. I have the notes that I have finished. I had just archived them, so I don't have anyone that is finished. I have mine that are overdue, and the next 7 days I don't have any notes overdue. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 due today. Remember the one note to set? That's one of them. And if I tick that off as finished, you will see it moves automatically to the column which is finished last 7 days. And if I want to take one of the notes from any of the projects that I'm working on and move to today, all I have today is to drag and drop it, and it will be assigned today or tomorrow or further down if I want to do it in the day. I can also look at all my notes independent of which wall it is in a calendar mode. See, here's what I have to do independent of which wall it is for today, for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Monday, etc. And all my finished notes, so I can go back and find which ones that I archived, etc. I just want to say one more thing down here, that if I scroll, if I go here, I have activate my calendar view. That means if I want to have the notes appearing in my personal calendar, my Outlook calendar, or my Gmail, or my Google Calendar, or Apple, I just activate here, I take that link, and I click here to get instructions. There is one thing with this, that this, the dashboard, you have to pay $4.99 a month to have access to that dashboard. That is the things I wanted to show you guys. Unless you have any questions, do you have any questions at all? Tommy, do you have any more questions?
I have on the top, you can see the marketing, business development, product development.
Right.
These labels, can you change that?
This one? Or
No.
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
just
It's
click on
possible
it,
to add.
and I can say marketing too.
Okay.
Or 101, 101. I can change that, but I can do the same. I can add colors, and I can click on that one and remove the color, just as I could with the other category. So they're extremely flexible.
Okay. And when you add me to the group, then I get this page you have up now where I can see my name and your name.
Right.
But when I'm clicking on the top, where you call this button beside my picture in the corner, then I have to pay 4.9 or something.
Yeah.
But so what is the difference between when you get add to a project or if you buy it? What's it?
Okay. Symphonical is supposed to be free because we don't want you to be able to have to pay to invite people. So the only difference is that you can use all that I've shown you until the last up in the right corner click is free. So the only thing you get as a premium user is you don't get advertising and you get access to a view where you can see all your notes independent of which wall it is, and you can integrate with your calendar. If the people you invite, they will have the free version until they decide to sign up for a premium version.
Okay.
Mhm. Mhm. Any more questions you have?
Is
Uh,
it
how do you look at notes that have gone to archive? Oh, thank you, Nan. I just saw a message coming up. That's okay. Let me see here now. I need to go here, click on archive. Let's see. Yep, and the notes that has been archived is placed here, and I can restore that one. Can put it back in. Task one, I'll put back in, and you will see that this one and task one is back where they belong. There's the ones, and then I archive it again.
yeah, that disappeared from my screen also.
Yeah, because and if you do it, can you please delete one note for me? Because everything that happens, I'm leaving my keyboard now, and
Okay.
everything that is being done with you, is live for everybody to see. So it's almost like being in the same room. We can talk to each other. I can see what you do. And if you can you just make a note, Tommy, and write on it, please?
I can try.
Double click somewhere, make a note. Yeah. You put me responsible. I can see, as you can see here now, that you are writing testing as you are resting. Testing a note. And I can even see a small feather pen moving. So it's really easy to see who's writing and what is writing. You just gave me a responsibility. And if I'm mean, I'll say, okay, I'll put the responsibility back to you. And then you will be notified again saying, hey, you just got a, a responsibility. Any more questions, please? I'm more than happy to answer it while we're still here.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
Um, you see all notes. Is it possible to organize them in different ways? For example, in a mind map and in a calendar and what you see now?
Yeah, yeah. You can organize them in a different way. Of course, what you can do is if I want to organize the notes in in a different order, I just drag and drop it and say, I want these two to be in a different order. That means I can change the order of the notes. That's one way of organizing it. If I want to take away the columns And you see what I'm doing? I'm clicking on category. I'm choosing note category. All of
Okay.
a sudden, I have a note that is in a free form. I can
Yes.
put them so you can put them any way you want. And what I can do too, I can just drag around a few of them and drag a whole lot, and they will automatically be stacked.
Cool.
So this is a way for me to do it a mind map-ish way. And then if I don't want to have them here, I just go in and choose, okay, I want to look at them in priority, but I can go back and forth between these views. I can have my mind map view, and I can have my other view.
Okay. Is it possible to make lines between the
No,
notes?
no, unfortunately not. What you
No.
can do is if I click on this one, uh, I have the, you see here, you will see the hyperlink points to that node. So if I'm now copying that hyperlink and putting it into the next one, and pasting it in, if I click on that one, it opens up another wall, and that node will be in the front. So I can make hyperlinks between the nodes. Really simple that way.
Hmm.
So you cannot make what you call the true mind map structure, but almost. But you can't have the lines between them. But you can have correlation between links between them.
And a question around when you make a note, then you need maybe you have the priority and you have the responsible person. But do you have a check when you can check when you have done it and
Oh yeah, I forgot the obvious. Sorry, thank you for pointing out.
after?
If I want to have this done, I just tick it off like that.
Yeah.
Everybody will see immediately that it's done.
Yeah, and then does this node go to a register or a
Yeah,
list or something?
you will see on the left side here
Yeah.
that Björn finished it 1 minute ago, and of course tomorrow it will be I finished it at the date and the minute it was.
Yes, but can you go back in the calendar and check the calendar and he has done it in this day and can you change it then, or is it locked
No,
after you finish it?
you can undo it if it's not done. If you feel that Björn isn't finished with that note, you just go in, you click on it, you can either mark it as finished or demark it as not finished. I
Cool.
mean, we have made it obvious that everybody should have the rights to overrule each other. It's almost like being there. You can take a note from you in the wall. You can write on it and you can take it away. So we made it obvious that you can do it like that. Thanks for that.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. Uh, okay, I have another question from Man. Do you have a forum where I can see how other people have organized their roles? No, unfortunately, we have a forum, but we don't have walls because the problem with that is that for us, security is vital, and we don't have access to your walls. I mean, the administrators have. I have not. So unless you give me access, uh, then I have no way of seeing what you guys do. So we can only ask. But it's a good question, man, and hopefully we can ask you to send in your best templates so other people can learn from them. So we'll try to do that. Thanks for that. It's a good question. Anything else? If not, I thank all of you for being there, and if you just need more if you need more question answered, send me an email, bjorn@symphonical.com, and I'll be more than happy to answer you as soon as possible. Thank you for coming, and it's been a pleasure having you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.